It's 6:30 on a Tuesday evening, and Maya is walking up the 3 flights of stairs to her apartment. Her footsteps echo softly in the stairwell, a familiar rhythm after 2 years of living here. The building is old but well-maintained, with cream-colored walls and windows that let in the golden light of the setting sun. She reaches her door, number 307, and turns the key. The lock clicks open with that satisfying sound of coming home. As she pushes the door open, she's greeted by the sight of her small but cozy apartment, bathed in the warm glow of late afternoon sun streaming through the living room window. Maya sets her bag down by the door and slips off her shoes, feeling the cool hardwood floor beneath her feet. She's been looking forward to this moment all day. No plans, no obligations, just a quiet evening at home. The apartment is small, just a 1-bedroom with a living room that flows into a tiny kitchen. But it's hers. She spent the last 2 years making it feel like a sanctuary. Soft gray walls, plants on every available surface, string lights draped above the windows, and a collection of books stacked on shelves she built herself. Maya walks to the kitchen and fills the kettle with water, placing it on the stove. While it heats, she opens the window above the sink. A gentle breeze drifts in, carrying with it the sounds of the neighborhood settling into evening. Somewhere, children are laughing. Car door closes. Wind chimes from the apartment below create a soft, melodic tinkling. She reaches for her favorite mug, the blue ceramic one with the slightly chipped handle that she bought at a yard sale 3 summers ago. Into it, she places a chamomile tea bag. The kettle begins to whistle, a sound that always reminds her of her grandmother's kitchen. She pours the hot water over the tea bag and watches as the water slowly turns golden. Carrying her mug carefully, Maya walks to the living room and curls up on her second-hand couch. It's a deep green velvet thing she found on an online marketplace, and it's become her favorite spot in the entire apartment. She pulls a knitted throw blanket over her legs, one her mother made for her when she first moved to the city. The tea is still too hot to drink, so she lets it sit on the side table, steam rising in delicate spirals. She picks up the book she's been reading, a novel about a woman who opens a bookshop in a small coastal town. She's been savoring it, reading just a chapter or 2 each evening, making it last. As Maya reads, the light in the apartment begins to change. The golden afternoon sun gradually shifts to amber, then to a soft purple-gray twilight. She doesn't turn on any lamps yet. She loves this in-between time, when the day is transitioning to night, when the world feels quieter somehow, more intimate. Her neighbor upstairs is home now. She can hear the muffled sound of footsteps, water running through pipes in the walls. These sounds used to bother her when she first moved in, but now they're comforting. They remind her that she's not alone, that she's part of a building full of people living their quiet lives. Maya's cat, Luna, finally makes an appearance, stretching as she walks out from the bedroom. Luna is a gray tabby with green eyes and an independent spirit. She jumps up onto the couch and settles into the crook of Maya's knees, purring softly. Maya sets down her book for a moment and strokes Luna's soft fur, feeling the vibration of her purring through her fingertips. The tea has cooled enough to drink now. Maya takes a sip, feeling the warmth spread through her chest. Chamomile with just a hint of honey. Simple, soothing, perfect. An hour passes, maybe more. Maya has lost track of time, and that feels exactly right. She's finished 2 chapters of her book. Her teacup is empty. The apartment is now quite dark, lit only by the streetlights outside and the soft glow from neighboring windows. She stands, careful not to disturb Luna too much, and walks around the apartment turning on lamps. Not the overhead lights, those are too harsh for evening. Just the small lamps, the ones with warm bulbs that cast a gentle amber glow. The string lights above the window. The small lamp on her desk. The apartment transforms into something even cozier, like a nest of soft light in the darkness outside. Maya decides it's time for dinner, though she's not particularly hungry. She makes something simple, pasta with olive oil, garlic, and vegetables from the farmer's market. She cooks slowly, mindfully, enjoying the sound of garlic sizzling in the pan, the smell of olive oil and herbs filling the small kitchen. She eats at her small dining table by the window, looking out at the street below. The neighborhood is fully in evening mode now. Windows are glowing in all the buildings. Someone is walking a dog. Couple strolls by hand in hand. The world outside is peaceful and the world inside is peaceful too. After dinner, Maya washes her dishes by hand, something she finds oddly meditative. The warm water, the simple task, the clean dishes stacking in the drying rack. She wipes down the counters, puts away the olive oil, hangs the dish towel to dry. She thinks about watching something on television but decides against it. Instead, she puts on some music, something instrumental and quiet, piano pieces that float through the apartment like the breeze from the open window. Maya takes a long shower, letting the hot water ease the tension in her shoulders. The bathroom fills with steam, and she takes her time, using her lavender soap, washing her hair, just being present with the simple act of taking care of herself. When she emerges, wrapped in her soft bathrobe, she feels clean and tired in the best way. She goes through her nighttime routine, brushing her teeth, washing her face, applying the moisturizer that smells faintly of roses. In the bedroom, Maya has already prepared for this moment. This morning, before she left for work, she made her bed carefully, smoothing the sheets, arranging the pillows. She's learned that coming home to a made bed makes the evening feel more special, more intentional. Now she pulls back the covers and climbs in, feeling the cool cotton sheets against her skin. Luna follows and settles at the foot of the bed, as she does every night. The bedroom is the quietest room in the apartment, facing the back of the building rather than the street. Maya has blackout curtains, but she leaves them open tonight. She likes to see the sky, even if it's just the light-polluted purple-gray of the city at night. She has placed her phone on the dresser across the room, plugged in to charge. She won't look at it again until morning. This is her rule, one of the small disciplines that makes her life feel more spacious, more her own. Instead, she reaches for the journal on her nightside table and writes for a few minutes. Nothing profound, just a few lines about her day. What she's grateful for, what made her smile, what she's looking forward to tomorrow. Maya closes the journal and turns off the bedside lamp. The room isn't completely dark. Light filters in from the window, from the streetlights and neighboring apartments. She can see the outlines of her furniture, the shape of her dresser, the hanging plants silhouetted against the window. She lies on her back for a moment, feeling the weight of her body sinking into the mattress. She takes a deep breath, holds it for a moment, then releases it slowly. She does this 3 times, feeling her body relax more with each breath. The sounds of the building and the neighborhood drift in through the open window. Someone closes a car door. A distant siren, far enough away that it doesn't cause alarm. The wind chimes again, so faint she might be imagining them. Maya rolls onto her side, her preferred sleeping position, and pulls the covers up to her shoulder. Luna readjusts at her feet, making a small sound of contentment. Lying there in the darkness, Maya's mind begins to wander in that pleasant, unfocused way that happens just before sleep. She thinks about the book she was reading, about the woman and her bookshop. She thinks about tomorrow, but without anxiety, just a gentle awareness of what's to come. A meeting in the morning, lunch with a friend, maybe a walk in the park if the weather holds. She thinks about how different her life looks now from what she imagined when she was younger. It's quieter than she expected, simpler, but also richer in ways she couldn't have predicted. This apartment, her small routines, her quiet evenings, they've become the foundation of a life she genuinely loves. Her breathing slows, deepens. The thoughts become less linear, more dreamlike. Images float through her mind without connecting to anything in particular. A blue door, a field of flowers, her grandmother's kitchen, the ocean, though she hasn't been to the ocean in 2 years. The apartment is quiet now, deeply quiet, though not silent. The refrigerator hums in the kitchen. The building creaks and settles as old buildings do. Luna's breathing is a soft rhythm at the foot of the bed. Maya is on the edge of sleep, in that liminal space between waking and dreaming. Her body is completely relaxed, heavy and light at the same time. Tomorrow will come with its own challenges and joys, but right now, in this moment, there is only this. The soft sheets, the cool air from the window, the safety and comfort of home. She doesn't think about falling asleep. She simply lets go, releasing the day, releasing effort, releasing everything except the present moment. And in this small apartment on Maple Street, in this city full of millions of people all living their own quiet lives, Maya drifts off into sleep, peaceful and content. The hours pass. Midnight comes and goes. The sounds outside gradually diminish as the neighborhood settles into true night. The street lights continue their vigil. The moon traces its arc across the sky, invisible behind city lights but present nonetheless. In apartment 307, Maya sleeps deeply, dreamlessly at first, then with dreams that will be forgotten by morning. Luna sleeps too, occasionally shifting position, always returning to the foot of the bed. The plants on the windowsills process the darkness into life. The books on the shelves hold their stories, waiting for tomorrow's reading. The teacup sits in the drying rack, clean and ready for morning. Everything is as it should be. Everything is at rest. And somewhere in the deep middle of the night, in that quietest of hours when the world is most still, there is a profound peace in this small apartment. Not the peace of having everything figured out or all problems solved, but the peace of being home, of being safe, of having a place to rest and restore. This is the simple magic of home, of routine, of the ordinary moments that make up a life. Not grand or dramatic, but sustaining and real. Eventually, the sky will begin to lighten. The birds will start their morning songs. The neighborhood will wake. Maya will open her eyes to a new day, and the cycle will begin again. But that is for later. For now, there is only this. The quiet apartment, the sleeping woman, the peaceful night. Rest well, dear listener. May your own home be a sanctuary. May your own evening routines bring you peace. May you, like Maya, find contentment in the simple rituals of daily life. Let yourself sink into your own bed, into your own safety, into your own deep and restorative sleep. Good night.